Head to our website at southeastagnet.com. I'm Sabrina Halverson for the Southeast Agnet.
While we may disagree a lot, we do agree Rural King's our favorite place for pets.
Like cats, all the toys and treats and the fun little beds.
I like the dog section, the food, the chewies. Oh, pig ears.
Of course you choose the Easy Pet.
Right, because your cats are so warm and loyal.
I hope the doghouse is warm tonight.
It's never warm.
No, it's not. Can I help you?
Yeah,
catnip.
rawhide?
Catnip.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be partly sunny with a thunderstorm in spots this afternoon. High today 90 to 92, then mainly clear tonight, low 74 to 76. Wednesday will be mostly sunny with a thunderstorm in the afternoon. High tomorrow 90 to 93. Then we'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine Thursday with a thunderstorm in one or two spots and a high of 90 to 94. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
This hour of Ocala Talks is brought to you in part by Blockers Furniture. Go see all their specials at blockersfurniture.com.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Good Tuesday morning. Welcome to Ocala Talks. I'm your host, Tom Schmitz, on a sticky, hot June day. It is June 14th. It is Flag Day to commemorate the day that the flag was adopted by the Second Continental Congress, June 14th of 1777. Galen Unall joins us, as he does every day, brought to you by the good folks at Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, Pin Flooring, and Just Shipped. See, Galen, I know that I amaze you with all the trivial knowledge I have.
Well, I know it's Flag Day because it's my brother's birthday, so it makes it really easy.
But did you know it was June 14th, 1777, and it was adopted by the Continental Congress on that day?
Yeah.
The second
you want to know why
Continental
I know?
Congress.
That's right. You want to know why?
Because I just told you.
Because, I served in the United States Navy.
Oh, that's right.
And so I was in charge of flags and stuff. So you had to know that kind of stupid knowledge in order to pass.
It's not stupid, sir. It's not stupid.
Officer.
It's a U.S. flag.
It's trivial.
Are you saying
Not
trivial?
stupid.
Are you saying trivial is a synonym for stupid?
I think that's probably true. Yeah, it's not stupid. You're right. It's not stupid. It's trivial, though.
One of the girls that comes to play trivia, and she's like 22. She goes, "You need to ask young people trivia." I go, "Yeah, but if I ask young people trivia, you'd then be old."
True.
She doesn't understand that trivia means old people know it because it's trivial. That's why I know so much of it. It's trivial.
That's exactly right.
But yeah, today is Flag Day. I saw recently that a flag from the 18 teens that was flown over the, they have providence that says it was flown over the White House and taken down, about 2 weeks before the British burned the White House down, sold at auction for a little over $600,000. I would have thought that price tag would have been a lot more.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how many old flags there are. I don't know. That's a fair question. I don't know what the demand is for old flags.
And lady said that the lady that sold it said that it had sat in her Connecticut attic for she doesn't know how many years. It was just passed down through family members. And so I guess one of the staff of the White House in the 1800s was part of her family, and it just got passed down, and she finally decided to sell it. I mean, don't you got to be in pretty bad financial shape or something for you to be the one in your family that finally gets rid of that kind of heirloom?
Well, I mean, it probably didn't. It may not have meant anything to anybody else.
It's a flag. that flew at the White House during the War of
No,
1812.
I got it. I understand what you're saying. Sometimes,
How's that not
money,
matter?
Well, I didn't say it didn't matter. Sometimes you need to pay the bills. Having a house and food and warmth is sometimes more important than a family heirloom.
Oh, I guess it's a national treasure. But that's just me. It's just me.
Well, okay, if it is a national treasure, then it should be enjoyed by the nation.
Oh no, I'm selfish like that. If I had a national treasure, it'd be nationally in my house.
What would you do? Yeah, but what would you do with it? Oh, this is a legitimate question.
What would I do? Like say that flag. It would be prominently. Dude, I'd have it tacked up on the paneling with some push pins.
No, I mean you would, if it is true, and I completely agree. It is a national treasure, right? I mean it.
Oh, I would. If I had it, I know exactly what I'd do. Let's be honest. If I owned that flag, it would be on loan to like a museum somewhere. That's what I would do with it.
Yeah,
It'd still be
that's what I
mine.
mean.
It would
Right,
still be mine, but it would be on loan so that other people could see it.
Right. So, because it would be in glass and it would be protected.
Right.
It would be, under temperature control.
And if I could get
somebody would know how to take care of the claw.
and if I could get a museum to foot that bill, and I didn't have to, but I still kept ownership, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, and I mean, that could get really expensive.
We put it in the Appleton. That's where it would go, in the Appleton. No, or the Marion County Historical and Archaeological Museum.
Yeah, I think that's probably would be a better fit. But here locally, that would mean more in the Smithsonian, where, in the home of D.C., where, I don't know what you would do with that.
She sold it for $600,000.
I know, but that's not a lot of heirlooms that you keep that have a monetary value. They have personal, and I don't know what the personal connection with that flag is. It just may have sat up there in attic for 3 generations, and everybody kind of knew it was there, but didn't really care.
Well, she had never heard the story. The lady that sold it said she'd never heard the stories. That when she found the flag, she asked her oldest living relative, and they told her the stories. And then she kept digging in the trunk, and there was some paperwork and all that helped her prove the provenance of it and everything. So she never knew it even existed until she went up there to do some cleaning in the attic. This woman had no idea the flag even existed, and had been in her family since the 1800s. So I get what you're saying. She didn't know it existed, so it wasn't something that was a family heirloom in her mind, because she didn't even know it existed.
Well, don't you believe that the flag that flew over Fort McHenry is probably more important?
Oh, a lot more important. There was a song written about it. What was the name of that song? The Star Spangled Banner. That's right, yeah.
No, and I've seen that flag, right? Because if you go to Fort McHenry, it's there. But is that? I think that flag would probably be more valuable.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
And I've had I have a flag still in my locker that flew on the USS Sterret. That is, my ship. That is much more important to me than it is to my kids.
Certainly.
Right,
certainly.
And it has zero value. It's all tattered.
Well, it just reminds me of the story. Remember the story of the lady in Vermont? It was Vermont or New Hampshire that she was out yard selling, and she saw a painting that she really liked the frame of. The painting wasn't. It was just like a pitcher and a bowl of fruit, and a water pitcher and a bowl of fruit. The painting wasn't that good, but the frame was amazing, and it was a very expensive frame. And the lady only wanted like $3 for it or something. It was a big frame, so she was going to repurpose the frame. You know how people will repurpose stuff. She's going to repurpose. That's the lady that found the Declaration of Independence that was in between the two paintings.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
that she bought at the garage sale.
Yeah, that's one of those stories that makes you get up in the morning, isn't it, Tom? They go to a garage sale.
100% it is. 100% it is.
Yeah.
I mean, she found a copy of the Declaration of Independence. One of the copies that had been sent out across the land to be read on town squares. She found one of those originals stuck in a painting. That makes me want to go cut. I'm like, hey, could I get next to Mona Lisa, cut it open? Maybe Da Vinci's got some helicopter plans behind the Mona Lisa. I don't know. I don't know.
There you go. Isn't that why you watch Antique Roadshow, just in case there's something in your house that's got some value?
100% it is.
I mean, everybody is like, you look at the half the stuff, and you're like, I don't want that in my house. And every time there's something worth money, I always look at my wife, I'd sell that right now.
I know
if I'm on that show and I have something, I'm like, how much you'll give me that right now? Here you go.
I know in 1992, I was watching Antique Roadshow at my mother's house. She was still with us. And a lady brought in her collection of Hummel figurines.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
From the 1930s and 1940s. And the price of those Hummels were ridiculous. It was like 7 or 8 figurines. The guy estimated they were $15,000 to $18,000. I looked up on my mom's knick-knack shelf in her living room. I go, Mom, those birds up there and that kid holding the umbrella, those are Hummels, aren't they? She goes, yes, they are. Don't touch them or I'll kill you. I go, do you know how much money you have up there? She goes, I don't care. Those were given to me by your father's mother. She brought them from Germany herself. When they came here, I admired them one time in Wisconsin. We went up there. She gave them to me. I don't care how much they are. They're never being sold. If that lady had 15 to 18,000, my mother had 30,000. My mother passes away.
Where are they now?
My mother passes away. In the will, they're left to her son. Her son says, great. Her son says, great, because I could care less about these things. Let's see how much they're worth now. They got to be worth a ton of money.
And
nope, the Hummel market had collapsed. They were worth about $2,000.
Yep. and you took the $2,000.
No, they're still wrapped up in a storage bin in my house, just in case they ever rebound.
Well, and a lot of times, like Antique Roadshow will show something like that, people realize, oh, there's a whole lot more out there than we ever imagined.
Well, that's the thing. When Antique Roadshow, that was the thing. That was when you looked it up on the internet then. When you looked up on the internet in 2009, 2010, it said that the influx of Hummels into the market after numerous times seen on the Antique Roadshow, that the market was flooded because a lot of people realized they had Hummels that didn't realize they had Hummels. So,
sure.
It's kind of like, there's only so many Honus Wagner baseball cards. And we know that because nobody brings 1/4 every time somebody gets a big amount of money. Nobody goes, ooh, I may have one of those.
The ones that amaze me are the people who bring in this, like, huge furniture, right? And it ends up being worth, like, $3,000 or something. And I'm like, how in the heck did you move that all the time?
Right. They bring this armoire that looks like it takes 6 people that are all Mr. Universes to move it. And it's worth $2,600. I'm like, you paid more than that moving van to get it here.
That's right. And that the two twins, the two blonde twins,
oh, yeah.
Like, it's a beautiful piece. It's a really beautiful piece. I'm like,
it's worth $6. It's worth $6.
Take it right now. It'll be on my curb tomorrow.
I do have an original Duncan Fife, though. How about that? I have an original I have an original Duncan Fife writing table from 1780s.
And it's so small you can't even fit in it.
It literally
made for people who are like 5'3".
It literally holds a printer. That's and the printer and the printer hangs off the side.
Yeah. Well, I had my grandfather's writing desk for a long time, and my wife was like, "This is absolutely useless." My grandfather was 5'7". He fit in there and weighed like 114 pounds. He fit in there like a glove. I can't even get near it. So, yeah, who would have thought that his great-grandson would be 6'7"?
Yeah, well, especially when his dad barely tipped the scales at 5'7".
Well, yeah, my dad was like 5'7".
No, I'm talking about you.
Well, yeah, I'm 5'10".
Oh, my God. He's 5'10" if he stands. He's 5'10" if he stands on a cinder block.
I am closer to 5'11" than I am 5'9".
We got to go to break. We'll be right back after this timeout so Galen can tell us how tall he is again. on WOCA, The Source.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Nirvana, Ocala's premier medical spa, is leading the way in great skin with all the newest in treatment options, offering prejuvenation for younger clients and rejuvenation for all ages. Nirvana knows you want to look your very best. We want you to look like you, just better, brighter and younger, with all the newest and best in technology and all in the most beautiful surroundings. Like Nirvana Medical Spa on Facebook and find them on the web at nirvanamedicalspa.com. Become a better, brighter and younger you.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Tuesday. Coming up at 9 o'clock, it's Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. She's in here with In the Garden. You can ask her any questions you have about your gardens, your plants, your flower beds, anything. And then Matt Gibbs with Sunrise Auto Repair with Personal Care at 10 o'clock. Galen Unall joins us from Life South for one more segment, as he does every morning. Brought to you by the good folks at Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, Just Shipped and Penn Flooring. Galen, this morning, and you know this because you've been in radio a long time, this morning I get the privilege at 8:50 of interviewing Moxon. Moxon from Varsity Blues will be on the radio with me at 8:50.
Congratulations.
James Vanderbeek will be an interview we do at 8:50 this morning, and we're talking about him, his family vacation and how they're vacationing in Texas at an indoor water park.
Sure.
But I'm going to have to ask, how many times a day does somebody just yell "Mox"?
That's right. Why wouldn't you? Is a better question.
So. Yeah, Moxon. He's on the radio with us. And people go, who the hell is James Vanderbeek? You remember Moxon from Varsity Blues? Oh, that guy. Yeah. What was the show he was on in Fox? Wasn't he on a show at Fox or something? Dawson Creek?
I don't know.
What did Dawson Creek, I think? One of those early. And the only reason I know that is The Dark Side of the 90s is a show that plays on Real TV or Access TV or something. I don't know. But it plays on there. And one of the dark side of the 90s was the Fox invasion. They said, they made a show about how the Fox invasion was the dark side of the 90s, how TV for teenagers and young adults was a dark side of what happened in the 90s because of how it changed television. And I thought, what the hell was so dark about Fox coming in? I mean, it's not like...
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Yeah. I mean, they do a dark side of the 90s, Kurt Cobain suicide. I get that. They do a dark side of the 90s, River Phoenix ODing at the Viper Club. I get that. They do a dark side of the 90s, Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston. I get that. Dark side of the 90s, Fox started. What? Huh? What? I don't quite understand that. Which one of these is not like the other?
I mean, you may be the only person I know that is enthralled by the early days of the Fox network.
Oh yeah, it was. Look, In Living Color changed my life. Married with Children changed my life. The Simpsons changed my life.
I mean, you love to talk about it. I'm not getting in your way.
Look, one of my biggest heroes is Bart Simpson. Don't have a cow, man.
Yeah. Okay.
You were not the big Fox guy. That's all it was. You weren't the Fox guy.
Well, when it came out, when the era you're talking about, I was in the Navy and I didn't get to see all that, and then I caught it much later.
So were you the policeman, the Indian, the fireman, the Navy guy? Which one were you in the Navy? Which village person? Which village person were you in the Navy?
I had a lot of options. Put it that way.
You know, the village people now would be that you're being racist, you're being homophobic, and all they were doing was just a niche so they could get attention, and they did, and they were very successful at it. In this woke society today, they would be ridiculed.
I mean,
how dare you wear an Indian headdress like that?
Yeah, I mean, who didn't like the song YMCA?
That's what I'm saying.
In the Navy, of course, was a great song.
That's what I'm saying.
It was their second biggest hit.
It was their they only had 2 hits, YMCA and In the Navy.
Doesn't matter. Why are you so judgmental?
But they were not one-hit wonders because they had 2.
That's right. It was a great movie.
They could never be looped in with Aha because they had 2 good songs, not just one.
That's right. By the way, if MTV was around when that song came out, they would have been much more popular.
Oh, and you know how I know this to be true? Men at Work was popular. That's all you need to know. If MTV could have made Men at Work popular, MTV could make anybody popular. The Flock of Seagulls guy played one note with one finger. One note. Well, I know because you had the Flock of Seagulls haircut. You had the Flock of Seagulls haircut. I know you did.
I love the Flock of Seagulls.
You're the guy. You're the guy that ran around singing Cure songs with the eye makeup on. We know.
And I love the Cure. You just named 3 of my favorite bands. If I had one musical, and I do this all the time, if I had one band and I was on a deserted island and I could only listen to one band, it would be The Cure every single time.
Okay, see?
Every single time.
Robert Plant is on his way to slap you.
Well, first of all, Robert Plant has like one note. The Cure, if you listen to their album, they have.
So you're telling me The Cure was better than Led Zeppelin? Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Absolutely.
Okay,
in every possible measurable manner.
And Galen, will never be on this show again, folks. Say goodbye.
That's okay.
I bet you're going to tell me Depeche Mode was really good.
First of all, I love Depeche Mode.
Of course you did.
At least every group you've named other than Led Zeppelin made their own music. Led Zeppelin stole every song they made that was a hit. They went to court, and I watched that, and I don't know how the jury said they didn't steal it.
It was easy. They said they did like this. They said they're found not guilty of stealing. That's how they did it. That's exactly how they did it.
No, what they did is they actually, one of the band members like, well, yeah, I've probably heard that riff because they played in front of us for 3 years. They opened for them, and yeah, I probably kind of took some of it, but it's still my song. And the judge looked at him and said, "Oh, okay."
Greatest rock and roll band ever, Led Zeppelin, folks. And Galen is being disparaging. Galen's being disparaging.
You think that Led Zeppelin is a better rock and roll band than AC/DC or Van Halen? That's just 2 off the top of my head.
Without a doubt.
Oh, you're not. Wow.
Without Led Zeppelin, you don't have. Without Led Zeppelin, you don't have Van Halen.
And by that measure, Elvis Presley is the greatest of all time.
Hello? How is that not fact?
Okay, well, he can't be if Led Zeppelin is.
No, I said Led Zeppelin's the greatest band. Elvis is the greatest of all time.
I love Elvis. You're not going to
You know who the second greatest of all time is? Individual performers? Prince.
Michael Jackson.
No, he's not. Michael Jackson didn't even play his own instruments. Prince played every instrument on every song of his studio albums, and the band only toured with him. They didn't play on any of the albums. He played all the instruments.
Okay, I did all that. Michael Jackson is the.
Let me tell you.
I can
Bruno Mars is a great. Bruno Mars is a better entertainer than Michael Jackson.
Oh, come on! That's not even fair.
First off, Bruno Mars is in the Guinness Book of World Records. He's the youngest paid for Elvis impersonator ever. Bruno Mars at 4 years old made money as an Elvis impersonator. Guinness Book of World Records. Guinness Book of World Records. Oh, by the way, give you a stat before we get you out of here. NHL stat.
Oh, goodness.
This NHL Finals will be the first NHL Final in 40 years that somebody in the finals at one time in their career or another played with Jaromir Jagr. It's the first time in 40 years that that's going to happen. That somebody in this game will not have played with Jaromir Jagr sometime in their career.
Oh, yeah. Dude played for like 35 years.
Maybe 40 years he played. Maybe.
I have a great Jagr story, but we don't have time.
Yeah, we got 5 seconds. We got 5 seconds. Where's the Bloodmobile? You got 5 seconds, literally.
Hey, today we're in the Villages out at Sarasota Plaza, so check us out there. We are the official blood provider for all of UF Health. Check us out at lifesouth.org. Give blood today.
See ya.
Bye.
20 blazes are burning in Alaska, 6 in New Mexico, 3 each in California, Arizona, and 1 in Texas. The multi-day heat wave that began in the Southwest has expanded to the central and southern United States and is now spreading to the Great Plains and then into the Mississippi Valley